Good afternoon, everyone. It's 6 o'clock here in the UK on Friday, the 10th of September, and we're in the midst of what is so far a small sell-off in the US markets. The primary wave has been down now, as I'm sure you've seen, for the last 3 days. VectorVest does not advocate buying any stocks at this time, and as you can see, the breadth of the market, in fact, looking weak again. It stuck its nose above 1 briefly, and now the VectorVest buy-sell ratio is at 0.72. That means that there's more companies in the US market on a sell recommendation than on a buy recommendation. The S&P has just stuck its nose up, and it's up 3.1 points on the day. So if we have a look at the S&P, and if I just bring it up here, there we are. That's the S&P, and that's my 21-day moving average. That's the 55-day moving average. As you can see, yesterday was an outside day. I expected it to sell off today from that outside day, and as you can also see, this last major high would seem to be holding a market resistance support and pretty much defined the low of the day so far. If we were to draw a very simple trend line on here, my first attempt would be there, and certainly if that level goes, then it's probably going to come and test this. If that level goes, then probably down to test the 55-day moving average. Just remember that we've only pulled back a little bit today, but certainly some strong buying coming in at that last old high. VectorVest advocates not buying any stocks. That's darn good advice. Keep your stop losses fairly tight, folks. I got stopped out of Crocs, the entry, and I just managed to stay in DEC. It's turned today. This is the stock that I got into at the start of the week, and as you can see, I placed my stop just down below that 62% retracement and managed to stay in by the skin of my teeth, but the trade looking quite useful now, because as you can see, it's traded a little double bottom down there, and that means that those people that had their stop right under that low got trapped, and those people that in fact put their stop under here got trapped. So my definition of a good trade is that invariably occurs after many people have been trapped. So that's looking quite good, and if the general market can hang in there, it should in fact move strongly. So doing okay on a bad day. HCA had a good move over a couple of days. I'm going to bring the stop to entry in that today. Goldman stops at entry square. I'm underwater, and that needs some serious consideration. That trade was taken based on the weekly chart, and I got in at I think 270 odd, so it's well underwater, and that needs some attention. Okay, it's a very, very small position because the stop loss was so far away, so not the end of the world. If we have a look now at the UK market, here we are, and clearly everything going exceptionally well. CCC had an outstanding set of results. JD Sports up on a negative day. Games Workshop doing its best to break through that 120 level, but of course the gold stocks causing a great deal of angst, and that needs some careful thought. Gold has been certainly difficult, to say the least. That's the gold market itself, and the stochastic is getting close to a buy position, but normally it takes 3 to 5 days to in fact turn down here, so I wouldn't be at all surprised to see this go much lower. If it were to bottom out here without breaking this low and the stochastic turn up, then I would certainly take another spread bet position long of gold. If you're not a short-term aggressive trader, stay well out of it until it breaks 1875, a weekly close above 1875, then maybe consider it. So gold has done nothing for me over the last few months, that's for sure. I'm still reasonably happy that this is a corrective move, but certainly a breakdown through this treble bottom would probably start a trip much lower. I had a long position. I got stopped out of it on Tuesday underneath that 3-day low at 1802 or something like that, but it was still a $50–55 trade. Very happy with that. So I think this is probably going to pull back. So I'm holding gold shares, I think there's going to be a little bit more stress even under the most positive circumstances for gold. Copper had a very good day today, and in my blog at vectorvest.co.uk I've written up Jubilee Platinum, and I would like to see Jubilee to break above the big green weekly bar of, I think, 3 weeks ago. If it closed on a daily basis above that high and the VectorVest buy recommendation is maintained, at the minute it's on a hold, but if it changes to buy, then I think I'll buy some Jubilee. And I've explained the reasons for that, both technical and fundamental, and the Catalyst project in Zambia, which can actually increase the earnings of that company quite markedly. So just watch that very carefully indeed. So I'll discuss all our stocks on Monday afternoon at great length in our Q&A session at 1:30. If you want to come along, david.paul@vectorvest.com. I'll send you a guest invite. For the VectorVest subscribers, I'm speaking at Stan Heller's International Group tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. I look forward to seeing you all there. Keep your stops close, folks. If you go back to the chart of the S&P, this can ease even under the most bullish circumstances. It can pull back to here. The seasonality is not great until we get October out of the way, and the seasonality points to a sell-off into October and then a rally into Christmas. That's what the seasonality suggests. This market has come one hell of a long way without any form of meaningful pullback, and certainly what we've had over the last few days is not a meaningful pullback. I don't think it'll be much, and I'm still reasonably positive, but let's just watch stops very carefully indeed. In the US market, I'm not going to do anything, buy any more stocks, and I'm going to watch those stop losses and manage risk very carefully indeed. I hope that helps. Look forward to seeing you all on Monday. Bye-bye.